of spades, the ace of spades.
Cry havoc, and let's slip the dogs of war.
TG MotoRider, my Victory Hammer, 2012 Hammer S. The soundtrack of this bike makes Lemmy from Motorhead sound like a 6-year-old French girl. Yeah, I bought a Victory. No traction control, no anti-lock brakes, just 97 horsepower, your good judgment, and whatever's left of the restraint on your throttle hand. Look at this thing. Absolutely beautiful. Got a big fat 250 on the rear. It's 97 horsepower. It's got a great rumble. It's got a 6-gear with overdrive. 113 foot-pounds of torque. Give an excellent pull. It's got a 4.5-gallon tank. Literally, I can hear George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers playing somewhere in this bike, and it doesn't even have a speaker. It's kind of weird. This bike is heart and soul to me. Yes, my ZX14 is faster. I've got faster bikes, but I don't care. This is a Victory. This is a vestige of the last American motorcycle company that looked Goliath in the eye, only to lose its head to King Polaris, who favored his second American son, Indian. Why did I buy a Hammer S 8-ball 2012? It's a muscle cruiser, let's start there, and it's my 14th motorcycle, and it is stunningly gorgeous. It's got great torque. The 0 to 60, if I hammer it, it's about 3.7, 3.6 seconds, but I don't care. It's 720 pounds wet. Sounds good to me. Let me tell you what this thing's like. It's like if you could go back in time and ride one of Coney Island's wooden roller coasters with Marilyn Monroe sitting next to you. It's that kind of thing. It's iconic. I know it makes no sense. It makes no logical sense. I understand. Parts are going to be an issue. I understand. I don't care.
Just awesome, rock solid motor. Air intake is in the front. They want fresh air coming in the front of the bike where it's the coolest to reach the motor. They don't put the air intake on the side where it's sucking in hot air from the jugs. They thought their stuff out. In every Victory, there seems to be competent horsepower, great design, coupled with a touch of steampunk. The beauty of Victory is the scarcity, the certainty of obsolescence, coupled with the rareness of antiquity that you know is coming. There are no new ones, and yet you can't resist them.
This is just heart and soul American cruising, wrapped up in a package that makes Marilyn Monroe look like Marge Simpson. I mean, what more do you want? You look at this whole thing, you're like, I can't believe I own it. And here's the killer. I got it for right around $4,000. Yeah, Victories. They're not that expensive used, believe that or not. The reliability from the research I've done on this 106 motor is outstanding. It's considered a 100,000 mile transmission as well on this bike. Victories go on and on and on and on. So when you tell me 2023 is the last year I can get parts, or so I've been told. Ooh, look, sunflowers. I'm really not scared at all. Not scared, not even a little bit. Glad I bought it. This thing is also a smile a mile. Cornering the 250 millimeter rear tire I thought was going to be a bit of a beast, but you know what? It's really not. It's really not at all. Look, there you go. Just pressing into it. How can you not love Victory? How can you not love what they've done? How can you not mourn the fact that they're gone? I mean, I'm seriously sad about this. You know, I saw Victory Vision the other day and I thought it was abducted by a space alien. That thing looks like Steampunk meets UFO. That thing, the Victory Vision, to me, looks like what the Goldwing will look like in 20 years, but Victory knew that's the way bikes were going. Integrating the hard bags into the curves of the bike that tightly, that beautifully, that aerodynamically. Every time I look at a Victory motorcycle, I think competence, speed, performance, beauty. I mean, just gothic beauty. I mean, it's what an American motorcycle should always be. The mid-range torque is wonderful on the gears, but there's a lot of low-end torque when you're launching it. It's got a real easy neutral finder. To find neutral is simple. Everything they've done here is absolutely wonderful. Self-canceling turn signals. It's not going to spoon feed you. No ABS, no traction control, but who cares? I don't want to be spoon fed. I don't have traction control or ABS on my ZX14 either, and I don't want it. Not to quote Jim Carrey, hit me again, Ike, and put some stank on it. I do rage against the dying of the light. I can't believe this is gone. I mean, it just breaks my heart that this is gone. Dude, you feel the horsepower, and if I just let loose on this a little bit, it already starts pulling forward. I don't even have to throttle it. I love this thing. It's so precise. The gearbox. I heard people complain online the gearbox is clunky. No, it isn't. Gearbox is flawless. The heck are they talking? What have they been riding? It clicked. Look. It clicked again. Look. It's clicking. It's not clunking at all. So I don't know what they're talking about. There's no clunkery in this gearbox. This gearbox is extremely precise. But man, there's something raw and stupid but brilliant about this at the same time. This bike is raw but brilliant. I don't want to call it the Hulk, half genius, half Neanderthal, but this bike might be the Incredible Hulk. Half genius, half Neanderthal. Just enough of both to make it absolutely perfect. TG MotoRider signing off. Man, I'm in love. Seriously in love. I guess I could pine on and on about the end of Victory and the dying of the light, but I'm not going to do that because it's hammer time. The Ace of Spades! The Ace of Spades!